Your cat is sitting there, purring, you're petting them, everything is perfect. And then, out of nowhere, they bite you. Not hard, but enough to make you pull your hand away and wonder what you did wrong. Most people call it random aggression. Some say their cat is just moody. Vets hear it every single week. But here's what almost nobody tells you. That bite, it's not aggression at all, it's communication. And once you understand what your cat is actually saying in those moments, you'll never look at them the same way again. We're going to go through 7 things your cat is telling you when they bite, and number 4 is the one most owners get completely backwards. We'll also cover something at the end that explains why some cats bite more over time and what it means when that starts happening. Number 1, they're telling you that's enough. Let's start with the most common bite, the one that happens right in the middle of a good petting session. You haven't done anything wrong, your cat was clearly enjoying it, and then chomp. Here's what's actually happening. Cats have a threshold, a point where physical touch that felt good starts to feel overstimulating, almost like static electricity building up under their skin. Scientists call this petting-induced aggression, but that name makes it sound violent. It isn't. It's your cat reaching the end of their capacity for stimulation and using the only language they have to say, "I'm done now." And here's the part most owners miss. Your cat didn't suddenly snap. They warned you. There were signals, a twitching tail, a still body, ears rotating back that came before the bite. The bite was the last resort, not the first message. Once you learn to read the earlier signals, the bites stop feeling random because they never were. Number 2, they're playing and you're the prey. Some bites aren't about touch at all, they're about instinct. Your cat is a predator, domesticated, yes, fed from a bowl, yes, probably sleeping on a heated blanket, but the part of their brain that hunts has never left. When your hand moves under a blanket or your feet shift under the sheets or your fingers wiggle near them, that's not a hand anymore, that's prey. The bite that follows isn't anger, it's excitement. It's a cat doing what their body was built to do. But here's what this is actually telling you. Your cat needs more play. An understimulated cat redirects that hunting energy onto whatever moves, including you. The bite isn't the problem, the boredom is. Number 3, it's an affection bite, the one that confuses everyone. This one surprises people every time. Some bites aren't frustration, they aren't overstimulation, they're love. It sounds strange, but cats in the wild exchange gentle bites with members of their colony as a form of social bonding. It's called allogrooming, mutual grooming between animals who trust each other completely. When your cat gives you a soft bite, no pressure, no scratching, sometimes right after a headbutt or a slow blink, they're treating you like family, like one of their own. It's the cat equivalent of a hug from someone who doesn't quite know how hard to squeeze. So if the bite is soft and it comes after affection, don't pull away. Your cat just told you something most owners spend years waiting to hear. If any of this is making you see your cat differently, go ahead and like the video. It genuinely helps us reach more cat owners who deserve to understand what their cat is actually saying. Number 4, they're redirecting frustration, not at you. Here's the one that most owners get completely wrong, and it matters. Your cat is sitting at the window. They see a bird or another cat outside. Every muscle in their body tenses, they chatter, they stalk, and then you walk by and they bite you. You think, what did I do? Nothing, you were just the closest thing. This is called redirected aggression. Your cat's predator brain got activated, flooded with adrenaline, and had nowhere to put it. You walked into the storm. The critical thing to understand here is that your cat isn't angry with you. They're not being cruel, they're overwhelmed. And here's what that bite is asking you to do. Give them space. Don't reach for them. Don't try to comfort them. Let the adrenaline clear. Cats who get held or soothed during redirected aggression often escalate because the human is still there, still stimulating, when all they need is quiet. The most loving thing you can do in that moment is walk away. Number 5, they're asking you to stop something specific. Not every bite is emotional. Some are very, very specific. Cats have areas on their body that are off limits, the base of the tail, the belly, the legs. Some cats will tolerate these areas being touched once they know you well, others never will. When a cat bites during touch in those areas, they're giving you extremely precise feedback, not there. This is one of the most overlooked forms of communication cats have. They're telling you clearly, consistently, what their boundaries are. The owners who learn to read this don't get bitten again, not because the cat changed, but because the conversation finally started working in both directions. Number 6, it's a pain signal. This is the one that matters most and the one most owners wish someone had told them sooner. If your cat has never bitten you before, or almost never, and suddenly they're biting when you touch a specific part of their body, stop touching that area immediately. Because a sudden change in bite behavior, especially localized to one spot, is often your cat telling you they're in pain. Cats are wired to hide injury. In the wild, showing weakness is dangerous, so they suffer quietly until someone touches the place that hurts. The bite isn't aggression, it's a flinch. If you're seeing new biting behavior in an older cat or biting that started suddenly with no other changes, that's worth a vet visit. Your cat may have been trying to tell you something longer than you know. Number 7, they're testing the boundaries of the relationship. The last bite type is the most interesting. Some cats, especially younger ones or cats in a new home, bite lightly during interaction, not in frustration, not in play, almost experimentally. What they're doing is testing, probing what's acceptable, learning who you are. Kittens do this with their littermates constantly. They bite, watch the reaction, adjust. It's how they map the social world around them. When your cat does this with you, they're placing you inside their social map. They're figuring out how much they can trust you, how you respond, what the rules are between you. The right response isn't punishment. It's a calm, consistent reaction, a quiet no, redirecting to a toy and then continuing on normally. You're not scolding, you're answering. You're having a conversation. At the beginning, I mentioned something I wanted to come back to. What does it mean when a cat that never used to bite starts biting more? It's not them getting mean, it's not them turning on you. In almost every case, it means something in their world has shifted and they haven't found another way to tell you yet. Maybe they're in pain and it's getting worse. Maybe their environment changed and they're overwhelmed. Maybe they've been overstimulated for weeks and the signals you didn't catch have been piling up. The bite is always the last resort, the message that got sent when all the quieter ones were missed. So now that you know what to look for, the tail flick before the bite, the frozen body, the redirected stalk, the sudden sensitivity in one spot, you don't have to miss them anymore. Your cat has been trying to talk to you this whole time. You just needed the translation. If your cat does any of these, tell me which one in the comments. And if someone you know keeps calling their cat aggressive, send them this. They might be surprised.